Welcome back to Narrations by Sean. Karma bites back hard in this one. Story 1 is titled, Entitled Woman Thinks She Owns the Drive-Thru, Throws a Tantrum and Gets Served by Karma, and the Police. Posted by Actual Donut 9248. I'm at Chick-Fil-A the other day. At this location, they have 2 drive-thru lanes. One for the regular orders, and one for the mobile orders, where you skip the line if you use the app and scan a QR code. I've always used the mobile lane because it's way faster. Well, not today. Enter Entitled Woman, EW. She cuts me off pulling into the lot. Red flag number 1, but whatever. There's no one else in the mobile lane, so it's not a huge deal. I pull in behind her and immediately notice she's not holding a phone to scan a QR code like a normal person. Nope, she's sitting there waving at the attendants. Newsflash, nobody monitors the mobile lane. So naturally, she starts laying on the horn like a lunatic. An employee finally comes over. Before he's even at her car, she starts barking out her order. Not a short one. This woman orders like she's feeding an army. After ordering, she drives off without paying. The guy literally has to chase her down to get her payment. Then she pulls up to the window, where I'm still stuck right behind her, despite having scanned my code and being ready to grab my food in seconds. The employee at the window asks her to pull around to one of the waiting spots. She refuses, saying, "No! It always takes longer if I pull around." The employee explains very patiently that pulling around won't delay her order, but it will let them serve the people behind her whose food is ready. She responds, "It's not really fair to prepare their orders before mine when I was here first." The employee tries to explain how food stations work, but she interrupts saying, "They should all be working on the first person's order. I know you just make minimum wage, but this really shouldn't be that hard to understand." After what feels like forever, the manager appears at the window. He leans out and very politely asks her to pull around, even promising to personally bring her food out as soon as it's ready. To top it off, he offers her a complimentary peppermint shake as an apology for the inconvenience. And what does she do? She knocks the shake out of his hand. It goes flying everywhere. On him, inside the window, total chaos. She even has the nerve to beep her horn at him. Finally, karma starts to take hold. A few minutes later, 2 police officers walk around the front of the drive-thru road coming towards her. EW laughs at the manager, saying, "You really called the police?" The manager calmly responds, "No ma'am. They were at the counter when I walked by covered in the shake you knocked over. They also heard your shouting and honking. I told them it was fine, but they wanted to check on the situation." At this point, the officers reached her car and told her if she doesn't pull forward and talk to them, they'll arrest her for assault and move the car themselves. She finally pulls around, but she doesn't stop. She just speeds out of the parking lot. The police laugh. She has a very easy to remember vanity plate, and they told the manager that they're adding obstruction of justice for failure to comply with a lawful order when they track her down. I know not all posts here have happy endings, so I figured I'd share this one for the holiday season. Edit 1. Some people were confused about her not paying first. What happened was, she finished barking out her order and then just started to drive to the window. At this Chick-Fil-A, you pay right with the person who takes your order, not at the window. Hopefully that makes it clearer. Edit 2. Lots of folks are asking about an update. I really wish I had one, but I don't even know what ended up happening myself. I was just another customer. I've tried looking up her vanity plate. Apparently, I'm not allowed to share it here, but I haven't found anything related to it. If I do hear anything on the local news or get a flag for the vanity plate on Google Alerts, I will definitely update. Thanks everyone. Edit 3. I've read a few comments about how the mobile drive-thru isn't different from the regular one, or how some people don't believe the shake could have gotten all over the manager. I used the word window when I probably should have said door. They have a hybrid window door setup here. Anyhow, I was there again today and took a couple pictures of how it looks. This shows the mobile versus regular drive-thru, and it should be clear how someone can knock a shake all over the manager from how they hand it out, which is just how they were doing it in these pictures. For those who are curious to find out what this Chick-Fil-A looks like, the link is in the description. I've seen some crazy things at drive-thrus before. I've seen people almost get into a fight. I've seen someone at Wendy's cuss out the employees because they didn't have a baked potato ready like they were supposed to know she was coming, only to watch the lady drive off yelling without said potato. But to throw a tantrum because you're breaking the rules and then end up with a police record, that's gotta be something. I just picture her going on with her day or getting ready to pull out of her driveway and hearing, I know I say this a lot, but this is another one I would love to be a fly on the wall for. On to story 2. Also from the Entitled People subreddit, story 2 is titled, Wrong Way? Serve me anyway. I once managed a very popular coffee shop back in the day. It was located in a medium-sized coastal town and was a regular coffee shop for our local police force. I happened to be working the day when a couple in a big SUV drove the wrong way into the drive-thru. About the same time, a couple of cars that were in the drive-thru the right way finished ordering and drove forward only to see the misplaced SUV blocking them. Did the car entering the wrong way realize their mistake and back up? Of course not. I was quickly called over by my very flustered cashier just as the passenger side window came down and the wife started barking out an order. I saw the situation and explained to them not only were they facing the wrong way, but they also cut in line. Their response? Well, we're here now, so just take our order and we'll back out when we get our drinks. No, I don't play that way. I refused. I told them they needed to back out and get in line or come in. Of course, they got angry and indignant. They said they weren't moving without their drinks and repeated their demands. I said, okay, give me a sec, as I walked over to the table of 4 police officers who were enjoying their coffee but already noticing there was an issue at the window. Well, needless to say, the situation was quickly resolved. One officer told me it was the easiest ticket he ever wrote, and the driver had an expired license as well. The cops returned to their newly fresh coffee when they were done with the SUV, who left without their drinks and much poorer in tickets. Occasionally, my job was very satisfying, and that was certainly one of those days. I will never understand. People realize they're in the wrong and they just double and triple down. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen and hang out with me today. If you enjoyed the stories, and I sure hope you did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time in Narrations by Sean. Have a good one.